Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Miguel from Nerd Society. In today's video, we're diving into something really interesting. 10 Marvel villains who actually turned their lives around and became heroes. It's always crazy to see these bad guys change their ways and fight for the good. So stick around to find out who made the switch. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and make sure you're subscribed for more superhero content. Let's get into it. Emma Frost first appeared in the comics as a dangerous villain, known as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. She was the mentor of the Hellions, a group of rebellious teens who caused major problems for Charles Xavier's New Mutants. However, as time went on, Emma found herself more involved with the X-Men, eventually becoming a teacher for the Generation X team. Her true shift toward heroism came after the tragic destruction of the island nation of Genosha, a catastrophic event that pushed her to join the X-Men and serve as a teacher at the Xavier Institute. During this time, Emma also began a long-lasting romantic relationship with Scott Summers, also known as Cyclops, solidifying her place within the X-Men family. Emma's journey from a notorious villain to a respected hero is one of the most compelling character arcs in the Marvel Universe. Venom was born from the union of an alien symbiote, which had been abandoned by Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, a journalist who blamed Spider-Man for the downfall of his career. Unsurprisingly, Venom became one of Spider-Man's greatest enemies, a role he held for much of the 1990s. However, even during his early years as a villain, Venom showed signs of anti-heroism. He dubbed himself the Lethal Protector and made it his mission to save the innocent, even if it meant devouring the brains of criminals in the process. Over time, Venom's journey toward heroism became clearer, especially in Donny Cates' comic run, where Venom joined forces with the Avengers to battle the threat of Null, the King of the Void. His evolution from villain to anti-hero was a powerful transformation, solidifying Venom as a complex and unpredictable figure in the Marvel Universe. Dr. Octopus. The final moments of Dr. Octopus's life were consumed by a dark, final plan. He swapped his mind with his greatest enemy, Peter Parker, taking control of Spider-Man's body. While Peter seemed to perish in Otto Octavius's deteriorating form, Otto was given a second chance at life in Spider-Man's body. Although this act was malicious in itself, Otto was influenced by Peter's memories, leading him to adopt a more heroic path. These memories inspired Dr. Octopus to become the superior Spider-Man, though he employed much more violence and morally questionable tactics to achieve his goals. Despite this, Otto found that he genuinely enjoyed being a hero. Even after Peter regained control of his original body, Octavius returned in a cloned form and continued his role as the superior Spider-Man, proving that sometimes even the darkest villains can evolve into complex heroes. Scarlet Witch started her journey as a reluctant villain, being one of the first recruits of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants alongside her twin brother, Quicksilver. Though they didn't fully agree with Magneto's cause, they joined him out of gratitude for him saving their lives. After the Brotherhood was temporarily disbanded, the twins left the group and joined the Avengers. Since then, Scarlet, which has predominantly fought on the side of good, associating herself mainly with the Avengers. She has been a key member of many of the team's most important lineups throughout the years. While her mental instability and the uncontrollable nature of her powers have sometimes pushed her into villainous territory, she has managed to correct her mistakes and continue her path as a hero, solidifying her place as one of the most complex characters in the Marvel Universe. Quicksilver. Much like his sister, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver was once a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants before eventually joining the Avengers. However, he didn't remain with the team as long as she did. Over time, Quicksilver became more closely associated with another group of mutants, X-Factor, despite his shifting loyalties between various teams. Even during his heroic phases, Quicksilver occasionally leaned toward villainy. A notable example is when he persuaded his unstable sister to use her powers alongside Professor Xavier's telepathy to distort reality and create a new world ruled by Magneto. After the events known as House of M, Quicksilver lost his powers and became a criminal in the eyes of many. He even stole Terrigen crystals in an attempt to regain his abilities, leading to his imprisonment. Magneto, a Holocaust survivor, Magneto was initially driven solely by his passion for the survival of his species, willing to take the darkest paths and fight against humanity to protect mutants. Over the decades, as Eric Lenscher witnessed the cycle of hatred breeding more hatred, he began to consider the path proposed by his old friend, Charles Xavier, and flirt with the idea of peaceful coexistence between humans and mutants. Magneto's life as a hero has been filled with ups and downs, but he has, at times, even stepped into the role of Professor X, serving as the leader of the X-Men and the New Mutants when Charles was off-planet. He later joined forces with Scott Summers, Cyclops, when Cyclops was leading the mutant race on Utopia. In more recent years, Magneto reunited with Charles Xavier to help establish Krakoa, the mutant nation, solidifying his transformation into a leader and protector of mutant kind. Black Widow, also known as Natasha Romanoff, has always walked a fine line between good and evil. She originally appeared in the comics as a villain, seeking to destroy Iron Man with the help of Hawkeye. However, after being injured during their encounter and taken by Hawkeye to recover, she began to develop feelings for him. When the Red Room captured her and subjected her to brainwashing, it was Hawkeye, now a member of the Avengers, who helped her break free. Soon after, Black Widow joined the Avengers and became a key S.H.I.E.L.D. operative. Despite her shift to the hero's side, Natasha is no stranger to moral ambiguity. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty and doesn't hesitate to manipulate or use others when necessary. Her willingness to do whatever it takes to complete her mission has solidified her as a complex and invaluable member of the superhero community. Hawkeye. Surprisingly to some fans, Hawkeye, aka Clint Barton, was once a villain when he first appeared in the comics. Alongside Black Widow, he was part of a duo that tried to steal technology from Iron Man. Their criminal activities marked the beginning of Clint's journey as a villain. However, as with Black Widow, Clint's redemption arc was tied closely to hers. After Black Widow was captured, Clint Barton became a member of the Avengers and eventually helped rescue her. Since then, he has been a dedicated hero, known for his incredible skill with a bow and arrow. Over the years, Clint has solidified his place as one of the most reliable and respected warriors in the Avengers. Rogue, desperate and alone after the emergence of her absorption powers, young Anna Marie was approached by the villain Mystique, who took her in and raised her as a daughter. Over time, Mystique channeled the girl's feelings of loneliness, envy, bitterness, and despair into anger, ultimately recruiting her into the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants under the codename Rogue. Rogue fought alongside the Brotherhood against many superheroes, including the X-Men and the Avengers. During her first mission, she faced Ms. Marvel. In a prolonged contact, where the superheroine fought bravely to maintain her consciousness, Rogue permanently absorbed Ms. Marvel's powers and memories, leaving her in a coma. Rogue gained incredible strength, near invulnerability, and the ability to fly. However, the weight of Carol Danvers' memories haunted Rogue, and she sought out Professor Charles Xavier and the X-Men for help. Loki, the god of mischief, began his journey in the comics as a villain, and for many years, he remained one of the most dangerous and devious foes of Thor and the Avengers. It was Loki's schemes that first forced the Avengers to unite. For a long time, he was Thor's most hated and dangerous brother, but as time passed, things began to change. After the Siege storyline, Loki was reincarnated as a child, and this version of him was much more inclined toward heroism. As a teenager, he joined the Young Avengers, and even though he kept his mischievous nature, he stood alongside Marvel's heroes. Loki's evolution continued in the 2014 comic series Loki, Agent of Asgard, where he fought against his own past as a super spy for Asgard. With each successful mission, an evil legend from Loki's history was erased, allowing Asgard to eventually accept him as a heroic figure instead of a mere agent of chaos. That's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed learning about these incredible Marvel villains who turned into heroes. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, And of course, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.